Ich bin das Gesetz.
Dredd. No, we're not talking about the cheesy 90s version with Sylvester Stallone. We're talking about the 2012 remake with Karl Urban and Olivia Thirlby, featuring a lowish budget, a very simplistic and predictable story, and almost no character development whatsoever. Dredd somehow manages to be a surprisingly watchable dystopian sci-fi action flick, albeit a very graphic and violent one. Let's take a look at the German dub of this film and see what interesting translations we can find. Warning, there may be mild spoilers here and there if you haven't yet seen this film. Let's get started. Ich will, dass Sie mitnehmen. Einen vollen Tag im praktischen Einsatz. Mal sehen, ob sie es hinkriegt. Friss oder stirb. Lassen Sie sie ins kalte Wasser springen.
Das Wasser ist überall kalt.
Here we have a water metaphor that almost, but not quite, survives the translation directly into German. The context of this scene is that the chief judge is ordering Dredd to take a new, untested recruit into the field for some sink or swim training. Sink or swim in English means putting someone in a position where they either very quickly learn to succeed or they fail. The implication is that there is no middle ground. In English, this can be referred to as throwing someone in the deep end, i.e. the deep end of the pool. In German, a very similar expression exists, and that is jemanden ins kalte Wasser schmeißen, literally to throw someone into cold water. But the meaning is exactly the same as the English use of deep end. However, in German, there is no literal equivalent of sink or swim. The nearest expression in German is friss oder sterb, which quite literally means eat or die, but the use of the verb fressen here instead of essen strongly hints that this is a nature metaphor, so we could read the meaning here as more like eat or be eaten. That is, in the jungle, only the fittest and possibly the most aggressive will survive. Sie haben in meinem Gebiet Drogen verkauft. Letztes Mal gab es zur Warnung kräftig Prügel. Hat anscheinend nichts gebracht. Und damit kommst du allein nicht klar? Ich komme damit klar. Die Frage ist, willst du an ihnen ein Exempel statuieren? Häutet sie. Werf sie über den Balkon. Gang members intruding on another gang's territory leads to a brutal and bloody reprisal. The interesting line here is, willst du an ihnen ein Exempel statuieren? Statuieren can mean to lay something down in the sense of defining or finalizing something, but the expression an jemandem ein Exempel statuieren has exactly the same meaning in German as the English expression make an example out of someone, which is exactly what happens to these very unfortunate rival gang members. Also note that the German noun Haut, meaning skin, can also be used as a verb, exactly as the English noun skin can be used as a verb. In the context of skinning a person, well, maybe don't bring your kids to see this film. Sir, das ist der Mann.
Das ist wer?
Der Mann, der die Menschen im Atrium umgebracht hat.
Bist du sicher?
Zu 99%.
Wegen 99% werde ich niemanden hinrichten. Erspart mir einiges an Papierkram, wenn du jetzt einfach gestehst.
Kram is such a wonderfully generic word. Literally, it means stuff or junk, leading to expressions like kümmere dich deinen eigenen Kram, meaning mind your own business, but literally take care of your own stuff. But you can use it even more generically, like zieh den Kram aus, literally take that stuff off, meaning very impolitely take your clothes off. You can even say das passt mir gar nicht in den Kram, literally meaning that doesn't fit into my stuff, but actually meaning something more like I don't have time to deal with that stuff because I already have all of this other stuff to deal with. Here, Dredd refers to Papierkram, which is a lovely German compound noun meaning paperwork. You could save me a lot of paperwork if you would just confess now. The German verb gestehen, of course, means to confess something.
Kannst du mir das erklären, Rekrut? Kriminellen zur Flucht verhelfen ist nicht nur ein Fehlverhalten, es ist ein Verbrechen.
Ich bin sowieso schon durchgefallen durch den Verlust meiner Primärwaffe. Aus mir wird kein Judge. Dazu muss ich keine Hellseherin sein. The line, aus mir wird kein Judge, looks a little strange if you're coming from English and you've never seen this construct before, but this is a common way in German of describing what will become of someone or something. For example, you can say, was ist aus ihm geworden? That would be what became of him, which sounds a little old-fashioned in modern English. You might say, whatever happened to him. You can also say, was soll aus uns werden? What will become of us, or what will happen to us? There are other expressions that involve this construct, such as, aus dieser Idee wird nie etwas werden. Nothing will ever come from this idea. You can also say, aus nichts wird nichts. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. The line here, aus mir wird kein Judge, means I will never become a judge. The line, dazu muss ich keine Hellseherin sein, is also interesting. The German word Hellseherin comes from the French word clairvoyant, which literally means clear seeing. The German adjective hell usually means bright, but it can also mean clear. And Seher means seer, or one who sees. So the German word for psychic or medium is Hellseher, which literally means one who sees clearly, meaning one who can see into the supernatural, a telepath or a psychic, for example. Anderson is saying here that she doesn't need to use her psychic powers to tell that she's already failed this assignment. So that'll do it for Dredd. Not a great movie, but not terrible either. And I will say that the voice acting in the German dub was actually pretty good. So check this one out in German if you want to work on your listening comprehension. That'll do it for today. We will see you next time on Learn German from TV.